Singleton design pattern. Why this special now? Because the AngularJS services are singletons. So I thought of discussing this special before we start creating our custom services. The class keyword has been missing since ECMAScript version 6, but we can create objects using constructor function. So you can see I have created a constructor function to create person object. And I have defined one function on prototype object called work, which is logging that the specific person is working. It's good practice to define functions on prototype object in JavaScript. Now I'm going to create my first person object using new keyword, passing name as John, then saying that person to work by calling a function. Another person object with the name of say Julie and tell her to work as well. Let's run the application and there we go. We can see John is working and Julie is also working. So you can see by using my person constructor function, I'm able to create different instances of person class. But what if we want only one instance of person class? How can we do that? So I'm going to paste some code to tell you how we can do that. You can see I have created a variable person singleton and assigned a self-executing function to it, which is returning this object. Now here I'm having a different story. So suppose I want to create an object, I need to call this getInstance function, which will check if the object already exists. And if it's not there, it will call the function init, which is returning me the object similar to person class, having name and work function. Then finally, it's returning me the instance of the object. So this time, I'll create the object by calling getInstance function using person singleton variable, which will return me the person object having name of anonymous. Then I'm going to say that person to work. Refresh the application. You can see anonymous is working. Now I'm going to create one more object calling getInstance function. Then I'm going to change its name to say Andrew. Then I'll say this P4 object to work and again P3 object to work. Refresh the application. Can you notice what happened here? We got Andrew is working output twice, but I didn't set the name of P3 object to Andrew. I only set it for P4 object, right? But as we have implemented to have only one instance of our object, when we are creating an object for P4, it's actually returning me already created object, which is actually P3. Hence, we use P3 to access and change its property value, or we use P4 to access and change its property values. It's gonna impact the same object as it is single object. This is the example of singleton design pattern.